Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. I'm AC Gamer, and on tonight's episode, we are going to be doing a number of things, actually, starting off with going and getting somebody rezzed, actually several times rezzed, in Soul A, a viewer of ours who ended up dying over there after watching some of our videos and checking it out and seeing what they thought of it. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. It's been a while since I have res somebody in Soul A. I think a whole like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we all died in there the other night. It's a tough zone. So if you guys have seen some of our videos and we go in as a group and you guys are like, oh, that looks really, really cool to go to that zone, know that it is. A lot of these zones are really fun to go into, but know that they're also fairly dangerous if you go there by yourself. There's see-invis mobs that you may not be able to know when you guys watch some of our videos. Some of these guys make things look easy. They go in there and they know that see-invis mob is there, so they avoid them by hugging a wall. And they may not necessarily always point it out. I try to kind of pick those things up and let you guys know about those when I think that might be an issue that you will run into. But yeah, just be a little cautious when you walk in there. No worries.
I am on the Mr. Fevers.
All right, where are you at? I had to zone out. I thought maybe you were out
Oh,
here.
no, I'm inside the zone. I'll come out.
Now, I was watching, a series of Cypher decks, something that I really, really enjoyed playing when I did videos for it myself, which is Fallout 4. And it's an amazing game. What do you
Mm.
think of it so far, man? Are you digging it? Are you liking it?
Well, I have probably spent a solid, I don't know, 50 hours in the game already. So I am enjoying it a lot more than I probably should.
Yep. It could take up a lot of your time. It's a very addictive game and it's huge, man. It is so big. It would actually be rather cool as an MMO, as big as
Yeah.
it is. Now I don't know if it would have the longevity of most MMOs because it wasn't built that way. But the size alone, the scope of like the continent that they built for you, the amount of quest available to your tune, is very much like Skyrim, which I think would be very much an MMO if they kind of changed a few things and altered it for slower progression of levels, harder enemies, bigger places that you can go to where mobs are designed for groups rather than individual play. Just any of those little small details that a designer would throw into a game if they knew it was going to be made for groups and not just one single person going through.
Yeah.
Now, do
Yeah,
you
well,
go ahead?
they are actually working on that for Skyrim, the multiplayer version. And I thought I saw something where they're working on that for Fallout. The Skyrim version, though, I know for a fact they're working on making it so that it scales with not only your level, but with how many people you have in a group, how many people are inside that zone. So if you're on your own or you're just farming something and somebody else is already in there, that multiplies the zone, even though you weren't in the zone whenever they got there. Means double the mobs or triple or quadruple.
I don't really like that too much. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? That's an easy fix to a problem where the zone was designed too easy. And again, that's cool. It's better than nothing. But if you design a zone hard enough, then it kind of just keeps people from going in there solo unless they're really, really talented and they find that right spot. Like in this game, Everquest, right? There are certain zones that you just don't find people soloing like Seb. Right? Now, there is a
Right.
spot in Seb, the NG, that enchanters and shamans and a few other classes, necros, they could go in there and they could do that. But you're not going to find a lot of people going into, say, King Room and doing that solo. You may find somebody doing it
No.
in a duo or even like a 3 people in there, but not single. So if you design the zone right and challenging enough with the mobs, the way they aggro, the way they're pulled, the weird quirkiness of the pathing, when they come down and they bring other mobs, all of that kind of goes into creating environment that feels kind of alive, and you have to like learn the area. And I think that's kind
Well,
of like with anything. Like if you have like the advantage because you're on like higher ground in real life, that's kind of one of those things.
I agree with that. Though in Seb, I have seen enchanters I've seen enchanters solo not only the what is it? Crypt and Emperor. I've seen him not only solo the Crypt but the Emperor as well. Nybris is specifically one of those that I've seen do it. But it's possible for monks to do it as well, and shaman.
I mean, yeah, definitely as the game progressed, armor became uber enough, people's tactics became refined enough that you could go in and you could do some, experiences that you really shouldn't have probably been able to accomplish. And the designers could have gone back and tweaked it just a little bit to change that. Like, they don't even have to make it harder. All they have to do is make it where one spell that is the key to your strategy no longer stacks or no longer sticks as much as it possibly did before, or the mob has a slightly bigger disease, cloud or something that does more damage, so that you can't really fight it because now your life is ticking down just a tad bit too fast, you know? But in a group, you wouldn't even notice the difference. So, like, if they really wanted to make that spot, unplayable by solo people, they could. But I kind of
Yeah,
like the fact that they don't. I like the fact that if you are skilled enough, if you know your class well enough, and you go out and get the right pieces, sometimes not even better pieces, just the right pieces, you can do amazing
that's
things.
that's the right there. That's skill
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of skill for someone. And if you've ever watched Nybris stream, you can see how fast he can switch out spells. He knows which spells to switch out when he needs to, and that's just time played and skill and practice. And the same thing goes for a monk. Monk can't just roll up in there and be able to do it. They have to have number one, the gear. They have to have the potions to be able to do it. They need the root items, all their clickies. It takes a lot of money sometimes to be able to do the things that they're doing, but with a chance for a high reward, like a spell like Torpor, or the Harrowpack Cloak, or the Lumi Staff, those kind of things.
Yeah, this guy's saying he watched all the videos. So he's like, "Sorry, dude, I don't mean to, intrude stuff, but he feels like we're old friends because he's seen so many of the videos and he's just letting them know." That's how I feel about the whole community at large. Anytime we get you guys in here to talk to us and be part of the videos, you guys are always just, like one of us. You're just coming in there and playing. We're not anything special. We're just a couple guys, or sometimes 5 or 6 guys going in there and wrecking face a little bit, or getting our face wrecked too, which definitely
Is it
happens.
is it Finelar?
Yeah, yeah, finally.
Okay.
Finlar? I don't know how you would say that. I mean, but he's in OT. He has a 35 monk. Ocean of Tear. That's a little far away. Or over there?
Do
Yeah,
what?
over there. He's in over there. Yeah, that might be a little far away. But yeah, I mean, the great thing that you could do with these characters, when you put the time and effort into it, is amazing. Let's see. Let's get him in the group with us. If you want to
Yeah,
toss him an invite.
actually, I'm gonna make you lead because I'm gonna get on my bard real quick.
Oh, is he over here?
Yeah, he's right there in Viz. Actually, hand me the lead again. I'll invite him.
Oh, I tossed him in.
Okay, there you go. All right, be right back on on chords to find his corpse.
Cicada says, Cypher. What's up, man? But yeah, guys, we're going to be going over to Mistmore in just a little bit, seeing if we can get some 30 group action going on. We got 2Link and a Cypher and myself, and might be able to get a couple more people while we're there. It's kind of late, so maybe not. We'll see. We're gonna be at the pond. We should be able to do it with just the three of us, if nothing else. Died in like 3 or 4 places. My main body is on the main path. Kinda, I got blinded.
All right. I see one corpse right here behind these elementals.
Well, if you switch over to your bard, we can find them all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Have to res them one at a time to get them. But yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. So you see one right here. I'll pick this one up then. Get him back here. Let's go ahead and res this one. So that's one down.
Yeah.
3 or 4 more to go.
Make sure he loots every corpse that we get for him. And I am in Misty Thicket, so it should be easy to get a port.
Oh, so he's not over here. All right. Misty Thicket. You'd probably be better running that, to be honest, as a bard.
Well, I'm at the Druid Ring.
Yeah, but are there any dial-ports on?
There's only one Druid. And if they don't answer me in the next 20 seconds... Oh, follow me. Oh, they're...
Is in the lava though, so don't worry about that one. Oh, no worries. We can drag it out.
Yeah, we can get it. I'll even jump in the water, lava if I have to. Actually, I don't have to. I got levitate boots. But either way, I'll do it. I got the life.
Oh, yeah, and I can heal you from far away, so I think we'll be good. But yeah, we were kind of talking a little bit earlier, guys, about Fallout 4. And they did recently come out with it on the VR. And I heard when it first came out, like pretty much any game nowadays, it had its own set of problems. But, I mean, what game doesn't do that? Like, in the old days, I'm accustomed to games coming out and being done. Mario done, Zelda done. But they don't do that anymore. So, like, you just got to expect that.
Well, should we have to expect that from a company like that?
It's not really should you have to expect that. It's just that you do. Like, everybody does it. Like, there's nobody out there that puts out a complete game anymore. And you got to think about it, too, this way. When I was a kid, now maybe they could do things faster, technology the way it is, you know, but I'm not behind the scenes as a developer, so I don't know the capabilities. Maybe they are taking their sweet time. But in the old days, it used to take about 5 years for a game to come out. Sometimes longer, sometimes a little bit less, depending on how fast they rushed it. Nowadays, you have an entire title from start to finish, sometimes with brand new technology as they upgrade to like the next set of consoles. They have another, Halo. They have another Assassin's Creed, another Gears of War every year. That means they're doing the entire game from start to finish in 1 year. That is crazy fast, I think, in my opinion.
True.
So I can understand why they don't really have the time to beta test it and alpha test it and work out all the kinks. And I guess if you're willing to jump in with basically an early access game, no matter what game you're playing, it's kind of early access compared to what they used to be.
And that's what I play a lot anyway, is early access. I expect that kind of behavior. I guess it's what you call it. But yeah, the first thing that was the problem with it, and not the only thing, is that when they released it at 1920 by 1080, and that's not what the Vive or Oculus run at. They have higher settings, higher quality, because that's what's required by the games that they produce. So you're literally watching the game through your screen's quality. And they believe that the reason that happened is because they developed the game on 4K monitors. And that's what the Oculus and the Vive run on is 4K.
Yeah, and I understand that. People were kind of explaining that side of it makes sense, but that is again is what doing alpha testing figures out because not everybody who goes into your testing phase is going to have a state of the art computer, and it's something you'll work out fairly quickly. You'd be like, oh, that guy's using a blah 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 GTX, 1700 or something weird like that, and it's coming out with this one little bug just because of that
Yeah.
certain graphics card. And, given like 5 years to work all those kinks out, they eventually will. But until they do, they kind of use you as a testing dummy after you bought the complete version. And again, do you really want to wait 5 years? Is the question. If
No,
you're willing to wait
not
five
really.
years, they can go back to that, I think. Maybe they can do it faster, but
Not for a Fallout or a Elder Scrolls. I don't want to wait that long.
yeah, and I think that's why they do it. Like people were just kind of like, oh, well, there's definitely different versions of how much it's going to take you, how long, like the games that are, AAA, they seem to be a little bit more refined than games that aren't with the same amount of time. Obviously they have a bigger staff.
Yeah. All right, I am on my way in.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. But I've been watching a lot of the VR gameplay, and it looks so fun. I mean, it literally is the whole Fallout game turned into a VR game. They didn't do. I remember the old things that they would do with games was like, hey, here is this game, but it's actually just like a small, tiny game version of the real game.
Oh, are you
Whenever
talking
they first
about
brought it,
your Donkey Kong in the first video of yours?
no, no, I'm talking about the actual original. Whenever they started bringing out VR games, a lot of them were like 20-minute games,
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah, proof of
the
concept.
actual Fallout VR is the whole game in
Yeah.
VR. It was like they actually were already designing it.
Yeah, it's nice that they got to that point. Let me throw you an invite. It's nice that they finally got to that point because you're right. They were proof of concept games. I remember there was an elevator simulator. That's all it was, is an elevator. That is not a game. That is a piece of a level in maybe a game somewhere down the road. But because they were learning the technology and trying to figure out how things worked, they were like, this took me like a year and a half to make. And all it is an
Yeah,
elevator, but I'm showing it off, and other developers out there will be like, how much do I have to pay to use your program of your elevator sim so I don't have to spend a year and a half to get that done? Because if you look at a lot of the other games that come out nowadays, they use like an engine that has been perfected over like a decade. The Unreal Tournament engine and like all of those things behind the scenes that they have gotten to finally work can be brought to your game very easily and very cheaply. I remember when first person shooters kind of made the transition over to like, not just side scrollers, the 3D environment. They kind of had a lot of problems, dude. You had like weird bugs where items didn't stop rolling, they just kept moving. They would interact with objects in the game in a funky way that would cause glitches. And like that tournament engine, it fixes all that. It gets rid of all those issues because over the time they have singled out what causes those and they refined it. So it really helps developers when they have those tools available. Unfortunately, VR didn't have any of those tools available to start with because it's a brand new thing. Did you find it?
no, no, just laughing that this thing would attack me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I had to root it because it came after me. So he says there's a corpse in the lava somewhere. It's where we've all
Yeah, I
been,
can
man.
actually. I see a corpse behind you guys, so that's gonna be a fun one to find.
Now, can he do it? Can you target him and target the corpse when he's in the zone, or does he need to zone out so that you can just target the corpse by itself?
Oh no, I have to target him.
Okay, so does he need to be further away from you then for it to work since there's one here at the entrance?
Is there a corpse at the entrance?
Well, he didn't say in the entrance, he said in the lava. So I don't know. There's lava here at the entrance. I guess you could go down and follow the lava tubes and stuff like that. He said he got blind at the entrance, so or when he was
Okay.
running, so it could be anywhere. I told him you like a
Um,
challenge, so
seeing that I'm able to get his corpse from where he's standing, I mean, or at least target his corpse.
you can target
I,
it. You can actually get it up
I,
on your.
yeah, I can target it. I'm guessing that I'll be able to pull it. So I'm gonna target him now and
You got another
do
ad.
that. Oh, those stupid
Let me know when you got
eh,
that corpse target, and I will assist you.
corpse. Corpse is too far away
You
to
have it.
summon it.
You have it targeted right now.
Yeah.
It won't let me assist you.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get away from this area. I'm gonna turn on invis and just move past. And I'm gonna try again here, I guess.
I think I rooted this thing, didn't I? I rooted it again. But as far as the actual, just normal game goes of Fallout 4, which is what it was designed for, it didn't really have VR in mind when they came out with that game. So when they translated over, it may have, unforeseen stuff. But the game itself, working pretty well for you, right? It's been out for a while. They've done some updates. I do remember when I started playing it, they had some issues with the towns and the people not working quite right. You haven't run into anything like that?
No, I haven't had any of those problems. I have had a problem with if I have anything behind it, it uses the border of the thing that's behind it. That's the only real problem I've had so far.
In the houses, you mean?
Okay. No, whenever I'm trying to do things like pick locks or whatever it is, that's the only time I really have any issues. Okay.
I sucked pretty bad with the pick locking in that game. I like
Really?
yeah I like the system, but it was a little too sensitive for the Xbox 360 controller when you played it on the computer, and
Oh,
maybe it
okay.
had something to do with the fact that I was using a controller on the computer, or maybe it was just really sensitive and I sucked at it. So I'm willing to accept that, but I'm low on drink, really. All right, we'll summon some boot water because who does not like drinking boot water? It's delicious.
Boot
It's good
water is
for
the
you.
best.
Yeah, man. Get all those vitamin and minerals that I've been sweating back out, back into my body. I am a high elf after all, so my boot water tastes like strawberries and a little bit of grapes. Have you guys talked to Thum lately? We have actually not seen
So,
Thum in a while. He's been having issues with his internet, so
holy cow. Where
hoping
in
to
the
get him
world
back in
is
here.
this corpse? I got a lot of mobs on me. Good thing they're not doing anything to me yet.
You can bring him back.
I got a corpse, I think. I need to turn off this stupid song, though. Okay, I got a corpse.
You got a corpse there. All right, so I sent that message to our friend by mistake.
Note to self: do not go out looking for corpses unless you have your loot in hand and you also have a heal song up. I'm not hurting them.
Let's see.
This is going to be a spectacular event, though. Hopefully, I've kept this corpse. I have. Good. Grab the corpse whenever you can target it.
Yeah, just leave it there and fight him down there on the bottom, because if they come up here, there's a chance it might attack him.
You healed me, so they're coming up to you.
I'll come down for you.
Yeah. What am I gonna use here? I guess we're just gonna fight them like this. Really wish I was more prepared.
You wanted to zone it? We can zone it.
Yeah, might as well. I got his main corpse, so that's a good thing.
Alright,
And I
we'll
really
wait.
need better spells loaded.
Alright, he's out.
Did he zone?
Yep, he's out.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's more frustrated than anything, guys. Those those times when you can't get into a game when you want to play and you can't hang out with your friends and that kind of stuff going on. We miss having them out here. We do, guys. But
Yeah.
we understand, which is why we don't really bring it up too often. We just don't want to make him feel even worse if he watches the videos and we're always kind of ragging on him for not being here. I went through the same thing where I couldn't play for like 3 months, and the guys were really patient with me on that one. So we hope at some point something changes so that we can get him back in
All
here.
right. Redo this list, and we're gonna make sure that everybody pays for attacking me. um, I'll do that one too because I think these are both stringed. There we go. So I am gonna get rid of Lull because really I won't need it for what I'm doing.
You don't have an invis song? Actually, let me go back in there and I can res him.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I do have an invis song, but I have to turn it off to redo track.
Yeah, but if you
And
find like
that's-
the right spot, I mean,
Yeah.
anything to help you not get like, I guess it's not gonna kill you, but I just don't want you to die in there because you got like 400 mobs on you.
It's gonna be fine. I can do my AOE's and I can kill them all.
All right.
Get us some monies.
You can keep all the bricks for yourself. I don't think I want any of that. Wait.
Yeah.
How do you do that? It's on Twitch. How do we?
Do what?
Twitch. Is my name Authorchristopher still, or is it AC Gaming YouTube? AC Gaming YouTube.
AC Gaming YouTube.
AC Gamer or Gaming? I think it's Gamer.
It's gamer. Yeah. I actually can give you a link in the chat in a second here.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't give it to him in the game though. Otherwise, I would have.
Yeah, I can.
You can give him in
I
the.
can.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If you want to do that.
Yep.
Wow, fancy stuff you can do with this game.
Yeah, I've made modifications. I've made modifications to the game.
Hopefully, nothing illegal.
No.
Let's get his body over here.
All right, and I am back on the hunt, and I'm gonna just. Oh, I gotta get rid of another song. That's gonna be
That didn't come all the way through on mine. Hopefully, it did on his.
what?
The link that you sent. It's just www.twi is all I see on mine. It does that from time to time. I don't know why it cuts off like the last letter. Sometimes a couple letters towards the end of what people say. And I can usually make out what they're talking about. But when it happens to like a link, obviously
Yeah.
the link is broken.
Gotta have that track corpse on, or I can't do anything with these abilities that I'm using. Locating Cleric.
Really?
Got another mob there?
It did.
All right, I'm gonna make it pay.
You saw
You're
how
gonna pay?
juicy my butt looked, and he just, wanted to come over here and take a
You're
little
gonna pay,
bite.
sucker. Wow, that does
Whoa.
57 damage now.
Nice. 57 a tick?
57 a tick, plus the other one is doing 30.
Is that close to 100?
No wonder
yeah,
parts
look at
come
that.
in here in solo.
Yeah. Throw on a fungi or something like that, and these things wouldn't even have a chance.
Well, I can slow them as well.
You've never done Twitch before. I'm right there with you a few years back.
Wow, look at his health drop. That's beautiful. Just think of that with 30 mobs. Oh my goodness. All right, die.
Nice. You
Um,
called it out, guys. Like a boss.
Yeah.
So you cut your thing off every night, and then you die like a boss.
All right, let's get back on patrol. It sounds like I'm on a beat. He was pretty far into the zone too.
He said as he was exploring, he had his invis on. He didn't realize that
Wizards.
there were mobs in here. Yeah, the wizard thing is kind of misleading, like it is in Chardic. Like you go in there and there may not be any dogs up, and like that was your first attempt going into that zone, and you're like, I can get really deep in here, and the next time you come back in, not so much because the dogs are like everywhere.
Did he loot all of his corpse?
He did on that one, yeah. I think so. Let me check. Yeah. So if you got another one on track.
I have one like right here.
See, that might be the lava one.
Yep. So we'll see. Yep, I got a corpse.
I remember when we came in here with our tunes the very first time at the appropriate level, around level 30-ish, and, we brought Doom in here with his warrior, and he fell down into the lava immediately. And we're just like, how do we get out of here? Like, how do we get him out? Like, I was able to heal him indefinitely, but I could not describe to him how he got out of the lava. We were kept telling him, like, you can jump up this rock, and he could not do it as a barbarian.
Nice, that worked. Hide corpse all but group.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
All but group is one word.
Hide corpse and then space all but group.
Yep. Okay.
Let's see if we get two link in here, guys. Like I said before, we're going to be going over to Mistler as soon as we're done.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey.
We are helping out somebody that got killed numerous times over here in Soleil, 4 or 5 times, and trying to find all his bodies. So, does he have any left cipher, or is that the last one? I think he said 4.
No, that's it.
That's it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we got 3 bodies for him. One of them in the lava, the other 2 really deep into the zone. So not too bad.
Soleil is ruthless.
It can be. Yeah, he said he watched the videos, and he kind of wanted to come over here after he watched those. And
I tried.
Don't try this at home.
Try warning these guys that it can be pretty nasty in here if you don't bring like a full group that knows what they're doing. But it's definitely fun. Like, it's something you should try at some point, even if you decide that you don't like it.
Yeah, you have to go there and die at least once.
Or like 3 times in one evening. Let me get this guy buffed up, and then we'll switch over once he's safe.
Okay.
I'll give some symbols. What level is he, anyways? Level 26 Enchanter. 26 is not too low, right, for Mistborn?
It's about you stay at the pond until about 29.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he's not the one taking the hits, I think he should be good. What's up?
You can stay in Mistmore for about...
just what he just did.
What, did he pay you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He wanted me to take the money, but I wouldn't take it, so...
He says, take the money and make sure that you give it to AC whenever he least expects it.
Right.
He said, and this is what he said to me. He said, meet me at the bank. I'll give you 500 more. And I'm like, no. You don't need, even I would pay, I would do free reses for the same thing. I don't know why people give that much money.
Well,
be nice.
Yeah, and you got 3 corpses, and they were lost in the zone. Like, I could understand, like, if you just brought, like, a regular cleric in here, some of them can be quite greedy, and if they have to work for it, and by work for it, I mean do anything other than sit on their butt at the entrance, then they charge even more. So I try not to do that, try to give clerics a good name as much as I possibly can, And I probably spoil you guys a little bit because every time you go to another cleric, they're probably butt heads, but I don't think they are.
Trevor's
They've helped us quite a bit. Oh,
Trevor's
Fever's here.
already here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ran with you.
All right, so I will I will med a little bit while we're waiting. Enchanter. That's
Oh darn! Graveyard is camped.
what is this? Tendo's. He's wanting to give me stuff.
I know. I don't think he understands how this works.
Ever character. Surely.
You want to bring your cleric over to Greater Fade just in case?
Yeah, might as well because my rogue's already there, so I can switch over real quickly. So yeah, if you want to switch over
All
to Fever, let me know.
I'm here.
And if it goes bad, at least we got reses.
Yep.
So the graveyard is camped right now, but the pond is open.
That should be
You
good.
guys want to kill the pond?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Don't do that. Don't do that spell. It's just about to port us to Kazakhdal.
Oh yeah, don't do
That would have been fun.
I'll gate to East Commons and meet Chupa in Neck Cypher. You're already here, so got him. No, is he gating?
Tell Chupa if he wants to sew you, he can meet you.
Your ports aren't good enough, man. Wizard
I know,
ports.
man.
Wizard ports.
What's going on? Let's see, Gertfay.
I give you 5 gold for the port when we get there, but I'm gonna give it to you all in copper
Oh snap!
and in a dirty bag, because you're a wizard. You look like a necro. It's that skull, man. You're supposed to be all regal, right? Aren't wizards wearing like these really long robes and right? Not supposed to be all like necro-ish kind of thing going on. I always wish that the robes looked a little different on the casters.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted them to be a little thicker. If you watch like the Harry Potter series, for example, the robes that they started wearing at the very beginning had, I think, like really a lot of layers to it, or they were just like thicker fabric.
Yeah.
But then later on, they got super thin, and they looked a little bit less regal, probably easier to move around in. I mean, that's probably like your jogging outfit for a wizard versus like your, fine wear is what they were wearing before. Are you out of mana, or are you?
No. We're going. I'm good.
I just don't want this guy
Just
to
sitting here
get
for
on
a
us.
second. Yeah. I got 3 robes for my enchanter, just so I don't look like anybody else in the
Right.
group.
And what if you got like big thighs and you're wearing these robes? Like they don't really leave a lot to hide, man. You got a big badunka-dunk in the back, and like you don't really get to design your character that in depth. You do in Black Desert Online though. That's a really cool game as far as the character creation menu. Like it lets you do so many things. That do you guys like that? Do you like it where you had more options or less options?
I don't know. I honestly don't care either way. All right, getting on my warrior.
What about you two, Link? Do you like more options or less options when it comes to character creation?
I mean, EverQuest has always been kind of limited, but in later games, especially like Skyrim and stuff like that, you can do some pretty cool custom stuff. But I prefer options over everything.
Yeah, and I think when they give
It
you
makes it a
those,
little more fun.
when they give you those options, I would love to see it where you can go into the game with a default set of looks, and Like an old one. And then when you get to a certain level, kind of like where you can pick your last name, you get the option to maybe go back and change your looks a bit. That way you know that you want to spend time on developing your character because you like the game versus spending like 4 hours developing your character at the beginning and then finding out like 5 minutes into the game that you don't even like it.
Yeah.
Because I saw you doing that with Fallout, Fallout 4, the series you're brand new, kind of playing right now, and you didn't spend too much time because the radio is playing in the background, something I warned you about. You can disable the radio in-game, but you can't disable the radios that are actually playing in-game. You have to turn those off manually.
It wasn't on purpose. It was just I was trying to figure out how the system worked, and I didn't even notice the music playing in the background. And apparently, I didn't get copyright stricken on that one.
No, because you were talking over it and it was quiet enough.
Yeah,
and you gotta be a little careful with those. But
there's times in some of those videos where I'm looking like spastic for the radio because I have my radios turned off. I even had the radio volume turned off at one point, but now I have it turned back on because of the fact that there are transmissions that you need to hear, like military transmissions, people who need help, those kind of transmissions, or people who used to need help because of the fact that they're no longer alive, and you're investigating, trying to find the location of it because it's not actually giving you the signal. It's giving you how powerful the signal is, and you have to listen for it, that kind of thing.
Right, but I mean, how do you do that and not get the music playing at the same time?
Well, you just never turn on the Diamond City music or the classic music. You only turn on, like the, I don't know if you ever got to do the quests for the Silver Shadow, I think is what his name is.
If it had to do with the radio, I never turned it on.
Yeah,
because I was so like cautious about getting that ding and not being able to show you guys the videos and stuff.
Yeah, the audio is required for that quest line because of the fact that it tells you who you have to hit next. Because there's a quest line where you become, I think it's the Silver Shadow or whatever it's called, and you have to hear the guy on the radio say who the next victim of the Silver Shadow is, and then every time you kill the person that they say to kill, you leave a calling card, which is a card with the Silver Shadow's picture on it.
I love that in the original one, man. 3 dogs going in there. There is something about that. I always kind of wanted to do that myself eventually at some point. Delve into maybe doing a little bit of like radio DJing or something late at night, like 3 dogs did, coming at you from the wasteland and then playing some music. And they got all sorts of like programs out there that you could do that with. So like I might actually do that one day. But I loved that, dude. I loved the 3 dogs character. It was so cool. The music they played was nice and relaxing. And every so often when you did something, like if you helped somebody out or you shot somebody, then they would kind of, oh, I got a brownie coming after me. All right, nice. You guys are really, really trolling me here a little bit. Ooh, that one hurt a little bit. All right,
yeah,
brownie.
It probably hurt a lot. Brownies don't play.
Brownie gonna get rooted. Then he's gonna get run over by reindeer one day. Brownie, I hate you, man. 62 points of damage. But yeah, I mean, the fact that when you did something, he's running. Let's see if he knows the way at least. But yeah, anytime you did something bad or you did something good, it made a difference into the game, made an impact. And later on, when you would meet people, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy who saved Diamond City," or "You the guy, blah blah," right? But 3 dogs was always there first. He was always the one that was promoting you or putting you down, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Nibris. Sorry I wasn't able to group with you tonight. We were kind of helping out one of our viewers. He died several times over in Soleil, and it kind of our fault a little bit. He watched some of our videos and saw how much Soleil can be. First one, great experience, great loot, and kind of fun if you take the right group down there with you. But if you go down there by yourself, you know, you're probably going to die a little bit. I don't really like the zone that much if I go in there solo. Not even with my high-level tunes. So just be a little cautious with that. But yeah, we're finally running over to Mistmore so we can start up our level 30 group. And they decided that maybe it would be a good idea if I brought my Cleric just in case things might not work out the way they need to. Since I'm going to be playing my Rogue tonight, I should be able to skedaddle if things go badly on that one. Make it to the entrance, especially since we're going to be at the pond.
Oh, yeah.
We're just kind of talking about one of the new series that Cypher is starting, which is the Fallout 4 franchise. Pretty cool game. I like it. Now, have you decided the type of weapons that you find the most ammo for? Because I know you wanted to do like the rifle pistol kind of thing, but do you find a lot of ammo for it?
I find that 38 is easy to find. At a certain point, 45 started getting easier. The hardest for the sniper-specific rifles is definitely going to be 308. You're going to spend a lot of money just buying 308 whenever you can. The thing, though, is that with the build that I have, I didn't go too much into strength, so I'm not able to carry very much. So every time I'm going, oh, hey, Pain Unicorn, you love me? Okay, you don't hate me. Good thing.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.